Coming in, like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the thumbs up for the video. Chris Brown, Team BreezY supporters are not pleased by not being able to get into the venue/stadium. Chris Brown been going from city to city in Atlanta. The supporters of Team BreezY, they were not really happy about not being able to get in. Chris Brown went on to say that, he is not in charge of that. So people do not, try to butcher him into, having the people thinking that he had, control or some sort of type of say-so of how many people getting inside the venue, because he doesn't. And one thing about Chris Brown, one thing about CB, he's going to clear it up. He's going to clear the act, because, I feel like it's only right, for him to be able to do so. But at the same time, I understand these fans. You pay your money, you want to come see somebody, and you're not able to get in because there's so many damn people that be showing up for Chris Brown. And that's love right there. That's love. But Chris Brown got, he got a lot of fans, females, males, supporters that fuck with what he does. Excuse my language. But this is out of just frustration. And my thing is, if the venue is overpacked, you have to really understand that you can't but I guess I don't want to say have a limited amount of tickets to sell at these venues for these people, but you can't just not let people in if they paid their money. Because that make a motherfucker want to fight. That make a motherfucker want to hey, pop the trunk. Because times is already hard, man. And who the hell you to tell somebody that they can't get in and they, got the proof that they paid, and you saying that they can't get in? What kind of sense do that make in any way, sort of fashion? So I understand the frustrations of these people, and I'm happy that, Chris Brown went on to social media in his story to address the situation, because if you Chris Brown, you gotta make it up. You gotta sit down and, go to the drawing boards and figure out what's a way for you to be able to make it up to the fans that's not able to get in. At least, what can Chris Brown really do? What, stand by the door and say, hey, let all these motherfuckers in. They paid, let them all in. If they ain't got nowhere to sit, hey, stand. Long as you in this motherfucker, that's all that matter. I don't need my fans to be mad at me. So let them niggas in, man. Let the males, females, ladies in first. Let them come in. It's love. This is a get together. This is a gathering, to see some of the best showcase of what Chris Brown does on the stage consistently. And that is, display his gifted gift set as far as dancing, singing, and just being consistent throughout, 3 hours? It's like a 3-hour show. And if it's at nighttime, they say it don't end till 2 in the morning? And start at 7? Just think about that. On a weekday? How many of y'all ain't got no job right now? Raise your hand. Or tap the like button or something. Leave a comment. Because honestly, and the reason why I bring this up is because if you got a job and you going to a Chris Brown BreezY Bowl concert, and you go in at 7 and you thinking it's going to be over probably 11, because ain't nobody told you the time of how this thing or when this thing going to end, but you assuming it ain't going to be no more than 5 hours. But you got to think about the intermissions in between. That's timing. That's time consuming. In between, when Chris Brown or whatever got to switch clothes, switch outfits, or go to the bathroom, ain't no way he up there for 5 hours and he ain't got to take no piss or nothing. So intermissions in between is time consuming. So you got to think about the songs, because he has so many songs. But these things have to be, I feel like, addressed to the people too. How long this gonna be? Because for the people that do have jobs and kids, they got to be able to report home, to be able to like, okay, I got to take a shower because I've been out. So, you know, it's extra time on top of that. Once they get back, got to think about how the distance is from where they live and where this whole BreezY Bowl concert is at. You got to calculate the distance on that. Calculate the distance on how long it's going to take for you to get back to the crib. And then once you get back to the crib, have the kids ate? You know, have they took a bath? Did they brush their teeth? You got the clothes, you got to iron the clothes for the kids. You know, you got to take a shower yourself. It's so much as a parent that you got to do. But you got to knock them out like workouts. But if this thing is ending at 2 a.m., I'm just thinking to myself like, somebody ain't got no job. And I don't know what type of side hustle they got, but they don't have a continuous like day-to-day job. They must be doing some yard work or some extra work. Or they got side hustle on the side. But having to get up every morning and go to work, a lot of people probably ain't, you know, on that type of timing. Because ain't no way, okay, maybe one night. But if you go into a back-to-back, ain't no way. Not during a weekday. Not if you holding a concert during the week. Ain't no way you got a steady job that you work Monday through Friday. And I say this has to be addressed on far the timing because, I mean, it's a lot of people that's on the same time. I want to say, what, 50-50? 50% probably have a steady income or steady job and that's able to pay or got a side gig somewhere and they was able to pay to make it to the concert, and the other 50% are the people that's with jobs and with kids, and they totally surprised that this whole thing has lasted for 5 hours. Because if it started at, well, not 5, let's just say what, 6 hours? I don't even want to say because maybe that's too much. I don't think that concert probably started actually, honestly. Just a guess, it probably started at like 7. But I'm hearing I've heard that it's end at 2 a.m. on some nights. I'm not saying that for every night, but that's still insane. So I feel where these fans coming from, and I feel the frustration. But if Chris Brown, I feel like honestly, you got to tell the people at the venue that they have to let everybody in that paid their money for the tickets to get in, to come and support this BreezY Bowl. You have to. I mean, it's no way it's at capacity in general because, I mean, the damn stadium and the venue is like huge itself. So ain't no way you can't let people in that could just, stand up? I mean, everybody ain't got to sit down. If you want to go and get in there and be able to at least go in there because you paid your money. Hell yeah, like you want to get in, so it's like at least let a motherfucker in. You know, and they paid their money. So that's the least I feel a venue could do for supporters that's supporting the artists. As you can see right here in this picture, man, this look like a good little, at least little 3,000, maybe 4 in this picture right here. I say a good little 2 stacks probably right here, just to count, you know, from what we see right here. Probably a good 1,000. There's probably 1,000 right here, maybe like 1,200. 1,100, somewhere in 1,000 range. But at the same time, these fans ain't gonna stay mad, you know, because they know they're gonna be able to catch another one. So it's like, I'm not saying Chris Brown just gonna be touring 24/7, but what I am saying is that I feel like he gonna make it right. Somebody on his team, they gonna make it right So don't worry, y'all. Just I understand that maybe the price of these tickets with the economy that we in, I get it. But you will, I feel like, be taken care of, and, all the frustrations that they have now, I feel like it will get taken care of. Because if not, this is going to be bad for Chris Brown. That's why he decided to clear it up, too, on top of that. Because, just in case, if I try to make it right and they still tell me that there's only so many that can get in, at least you know that I told y'all that I ain't in charge of that shit. I love y'all, but this ain't my venue. And these people be trying to self-sabotage, Chris Brown too, so you got to look out for that. But that's all I got. Sensei Reality TV. I'll let y'all later. One love. Peace, dog.